I just I'm really gonna struggle uploading this because I just don't want to be judged, you know? Sorry you guys are like on a weird angle, but the lighting is better facing this way. So anyways, what is up, Vic Gangity Gang? Today I am doing KFC. Yep, KFC. Got wicked wings. I got a bacon barbecue stacker. That's it. Let me take a thumbnail real quick. Anyways, I always get a large meal with a small drink. That's just what I do. That's just how I like to roll. That's just what I do. And Vic Gang, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded on this channel, but the girl been busy. I am working back at the office now. Back at the office now. And this is not a large chips. If you work at KFC or you know someone that works at KFC, tell them to fill the dang chips up. Otherwise, we're boycotting them. Me and my 500 viewers. Oh my gosh, I just ate and didn't do my prayer. BRB. Lord, for this food, I pray that you bless this food. Bless me as I receive it, Lord. All right, so guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I look really tired. I look super duper tired. I look super duper tired. I don't know what's going on. So I got my eyelashes done. I got my nails done. My toenails done on the weekend. That was like really expensive. And if you haven't already watched our joint channel, our main channel, myself and my husband, you would know that also got tires and they were expensive. And so I was like, oh, well, since you know, we're both in the mood to spend money, well, might as well pamper myself. And so that's what I did. Pampered myself. And he had the nerve to be like, whoa, that's so expensive. You know, did you just spend like, how much? These do not look like wicked wings. I'm sorry. This is not a wicked wing. This is an original recipe. This is a GMO wicked wing. I'm still eat it though. So I had an appointment today, and I've been taking this medication, right? Like, that was why I was saying it. So my eyelashes are done, but I don't know if you can tell, I look really tired. Do you know what I mean? You know how like someone usually just wakes up from bed, like from waking up, and they got like swollen puffy eyes. They literally look like they just woke up from bed. That's what my eyes look like. Every morning that I wake up, they're like real puffy. And I don't usually take medication because, believe it or not, I'm always down for a natural remedy. If there's a natural alternative, I'll always take it. But in this case, I had to take the medication. And so I'm on these meds, right? And they just give me the worst side effects. I'll just be sitting here. I've had like 10, 15 flushes today. All this blood just goes rushing to my face. And I just get really, really, really red and really hot. You can probably kind of see it now. It's just so sporadic. But I'm usually always down for a natural alternative. Some of you guys are probably wondering what kind of medication it is. It's really hard to like open up about this topic because it's a sensitive topic to me, and once it's out there, it's out there. But I feel more comfortable telling a smaller platform than I do, obviously, on the CLC and Victoria page, just because I feel like people who watch my channel are like my personal channel, this channel, majority of them are mature aged women or men who sort of understand and have the capacity to reason and that kind of thing. And I really like that. I like the demographic on this channel, and I feel comfortable vlogging on this channel. I feel more comfortable talking about topics that are dear to me on this channel than I do on the other one. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's I've got less people, so less judgment, but basically I don't know if I should tell you guys. I really don't know. Some of you guys probably already know, because some women are just switched on. They just know. And I've been debating with myself. I've talked to my sisters about this topic and sharing it on this channel. I mean, they're mixed about it. Some of them are saying yes, some of them are saying no. There is not enough sauce on this. Hold up. I'm going to go get some barbecue sauce. I don't have barbecue sauce, so this will have to do. When does this expire? Oh, next year. So I got some sweet chili sauce. Oh, it does have barbecue sauce on there, but there's not enough. Okay, and what was I saying? Yeah, I talked to my sisters. Some of them said yes, some of them said no. But ultimately, they said it's up to me. It's my decision. But like I said, women just know. I mean, I haven't even said anything right now. And if you're a woman, you probably already know what I'm about to say or what I'm talking about. This is really dry. Not a fan, but I'm gonna still eat it. It's a bacon barbecue stacker. I'm like 10 minutes into the video and still haven't talked about my point. So I'm just gonna come out with it, guys. The past, okay, to be fair, I would say the past 3 years. The past 3 years of mine and Aussie's 6-year relationship, we've been trying to have kids. I can't believe I just said that. I don't want to put it in. It's just something that I just don't like to talk about because it really pisses me off that society make infertility to be like you're not a complete woman. And I hate feeling like that. I hate feeling like I'm incomplete. I hate feeling like, oh my God, these tears. I honestly don't even want to cry. Like, I've just accepted it. Just let me finish what I'm going to say. I hate feeling like I'm not a woman. I'm not a complete woman. I hate feeling that I can't fulfill my womanly duty, which is to conceive and give birth to children. Because I know it's biblical. God created us to reproduce. God created us to grow and multiply and reproduce. And it's just something that we're meant to do. It's something our bodies are meant to do. And I feel like it's more common than spoken about. And it's something that I struggled with accepting, which is why I just never brought it up, ever. Like, people would comment and I'd just be like, well, we're not ready. And that was just my excuse. But it's getting to the point where Aussie's not getting younger. I'm not getting younger. So we're really trying now. And I've always had issues with my cycle, like since I was 15, 16. Actually, probably younger than that. 15. Since I was 15, I've always had issues with my cycle. And it was around that time I got certain injections at that time. 15, 16. And then I started getting these weird, like, my cycle just went everywhere. Like, there was no, I'm having another flush. Oh my gosh. There was no consistency with my period. Like, it just because I used to get it consistently when I got it when I was like 11 or 12. That's when I first got my period, when I was in primary school. And then when I was around in year 8 or year 9, that's when my period started playing up. I started getting really, really bad, heavy periods, like for long periods of time. At first, I was really, my hormones were very, I'm just trying to remember, because I remember going to the doctors myself when I was like 18, 17. My mum wasn't with me, but that's because, like, growing up, I was very independent. I wanted to go to these things by myself. I didn't want my mum to know and stuff like that. Like, my mum didn't really know that I was taking all this medication, which is so stupid of me because I was still, I think I was under 18. But I was going to these doctor's appointments and the doctor gave me the pill. And I didn't know what that was. Like, I just took it to regulate my period, because I remember going to a doctor's appointment and telling them I've had my period for a month and a half. And she was like, that's normal, that's normal. She told me it was normal and then gave me the pill, and I started taking the pill. And because I kept forgetting, like when I was on the pill, I kept forgetting. I was maybe 17 or 18 at this time. It made my period worse. Like, there was a period, like there was a time when I had my period for like 3 months straight. I just had it for 3 months. I just kept bleeding. And that was like the root of my anemia, my iron issues, because I was losing a lot of blood. And so, I mean, you don't need to hear the nitty gritty. But from that time, taking all of that stuff, it's just, my hormones have always been imbalanced. And only recently I started learning about like what I like to do in my free time. Honestly, it's pretty ironic given that I'm eating KFC, but I just read about health. I read about the human body. I read about medicine. I read about natural alternatives. And again, ironic because I'm eating KFC, but I will always go for a natural alternative versus a synthetic one, like vitamins instead of antibiotics and stuff like that. And that's something that I'm slowly trying to incorporate into my own home and my own family and for my parents as well. So I've read like a few books about like health and stuff and the hormone, like how your hormonal system works, how it all relates to each other. Insulin is a big factor in everything, in a woman's cycle. And like, I'm just educating myself so that I place myself in the best position to achieve our goal. And so because I've had irregular periods and there's no sort of consistency, there's no pattern, it's really hard for me to, or my body, or me really, I don't know when I ovulate. Now I did not know until last year, until like probably the last 8 months. I honestly had no clue how a woman's cycle is meant to go. I didn't know until like 8-9 months ago. I had no idea. Maybe 10 months ago. That's when I started doing my research like hard out. And I didn't know when a woman was supposed to ovulate. I didn't know when you was meant to get your period. So basically, if you didn't already know, cycle day 1 is the day that you get your period. When you get your period, it's when the egg has already dropped, you've already ovulated, and you're not pregnant. That's why you get your period. And so once on cycle day 1 that you get your period, there are eggs already in your ovaries starting to form, follicles in your ovaries starting to form. And at day 14, this is textbook, this is not, at day 14, you're supposed to ovulate. On day 14 to 18, it depends, you're supposed to ovulate. And then in that ovulation period, the egg gets released from the ovary and flows down the fallopian tube, either left or right. Women have 2 ovaries, left and right. My dominant ovary is my right one, and I always ovulate from my right ovary. And so it flows down the fallopian tube, and then the sperm is meant to go up and meet the egg sort of halfway, and then once it's fertilized, it comes in and drops into the uterus lining, which is also known as your womb. And then it implants in there. And so the dropping of the egg, which is ovulation, that's when I don't know when it happens for me, because my period, like right now, I had my period, like this is just, I've had ongoing issues with my period. I don't know if you've come from my other channel, but I've had 2 surgeries to help with my menstrual cycle, which has not helped at all. And if I just wish that I had known, I just wish that I knew then what I know now. Maybe I could have, fixed it sooner. But never mind, I'm on the path to do that. And so because I don't know when I ovulate, the timing's not right. The timing's just not right. I don't know if I even am ovulating most of the time, because it's possible to get your period and not ovulate. And so I'm on this journey right now, and I shouldn't be eating this food, guys, but I am watching what I'm eating. I'm doing a lot of intermittent fasting. That doesn't weigh this out. I just felt like it's one of those days. But basically, I'm on this medication. I'm having very bad side effects from it. My eyes, they look puffy. And the doctor, I called the doctor, and she said it could be a allergic reaction. But I don't think it is. I just think it's just like a normal thing, because this medication makes you retain water. It like holds water. And that's all I think it is. Like my eyelids have water. You know what I mean? This chicken is so dry. I'm on this journey, and I really want to bring you guys along with me. Like each step of the way. And really make it like a community. I need that encouragement, We believe, like, I have no doubt in my mind that this womb will birth a child. There's no doubt in my mind that will happen. It's just like, when? You know what I mean? When? When? So the next couple of videos, you may see an update from my appointments, from my progress. You know, and I'm like, I am watching what I'm eating. This is not usually how I eat. I usually fast and just eat dinner. I don't think there's anything wrong with fasting. People think it's starving. I eat the same amount of calories, the same amount as I would if I ate 3 times a day. I just change the times that I eat, and I eat it all at once a day. That is so much more better for your body than eating several times a day. Because every time you eat, I mean, don't take any advice from me, but this is my understanding of what I've learned. I'm no doctor. But every time you eat, you raise insulin. And I have a lot of reason to believe that insulin has something to do with it. And so every time I see a new doctor, they're always like, oh, it sounds like you have PCOS. So they send me off to get the internal scan. And the tests always come back negative. And I'm always like, I don't have PCOS. I don't have the symptoms. I don't have the symptoms of PCOS. The only symptom that I have is irregular period. But that could be anything. And I've only now, since being on keto kind of, and like taking a more natural approach to my health, I've only now started seeing some results of some consistency. But it's the ovulation that I think I'm struggling with. So I'm on this journey. And hopefully you guys can finally see a little SV squad baby. And honestly, I don't want this to be sad at all. I've accepted it. I've accepted what I need to do. I've accepted that this is just the way it is for some people. And I'm just ready to keep going. I don't want to dwell on it. I don't want to have a pity party. I mean, I did get a little bit teary, but I have to start it again because it stopped. Can't believe I almost finished this. That's just what I do, guys. In my spare time, I just read all of these books from biomedical doctors, naturopaths, neuro doctors. Just so interested on how the body works. It's really interesting. This year has been such a crazy year for me, especially this month. It's been a confusing, emotional month. Yeah, so I said confusing because I've been doing a lot of soul searching. And I just feel like this should be saved for another video because this is already being dragged out. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of soul searching. Just finding out more biblically and certain things that, you know, we usually do as Christians and never question it. Never see the reason behind it or find the reason out for ourselves. We just do it because it's something that's always been done. Excuse me. And so I've just been doing a lot of research and stuff like that. You know, I might save that for another video because I don't want to talk about it. Let me know if that's something that you do want to see. My journey, my TTC journey, trying to conceive. And yeah, I just I'm really going to struggle uploading this because I just don't want to be judged, you know. Also, he really does not want me to he really doesn't want me to talk about this. My husband doesn't want me to talk about this because he doesn't want people to say nasty things about me and make me upset, but I just feel like it needs to be done. Like, I need to talk about it. That's just how I feel. I just feel like I need to talk about it. I don't want to keep running away from it. I don't want to keep being in denial. I just want to accept it, and I want you guys to know about it and come on this journey with me. Encourage me, and you know, I'd like to hear your stories as well about what helped you and that sort of thing. And I just felt like it needed to be done. I just don't want to be judged. Like my sisters always say, why do you care? Why do you care what they think? Who are they? The nasty people who sit behind a screen? Who are they to you? No one. They're no one to me. So then why do I care? Okay guys, just sitting here thinking and talking to myself. I'm so sorry. But that's the end of my video, guys. I'm gonna end it off here, and hopefully the next video you see will be of my update. So at the moment I'm just cycle tracking and taking this medication, basically trying to track when I ovulate, and then they tell me when I'm about to ovulate, and then it's kind of like timed baby dancing, if you know what I mean. And I know that a big factor is my weight, which is why I've taken steps to sort of reduce it. And I'm trying to take like a more lifestyle approach instead of short-term goal and then want to lose as much weight as I can in like a short period, because I just put it back on again. So like I'm just trying to do it slowly. In the past 6 months, since January, guys, I haven't even told you, since January I have lost almost 20 kilos since January. Just slow progression. I'm just taking it easy. I'm not being too hard on myself, and because I just become unhappy. So I just want to do it gradually. I just feel like that's better for me anyways, because I love, you know, splurging here and there. But that is something that I'm trying to do. So don't say I need to lose weight, because I am trying. I just feel a little bit more relieved that I've let that out. And I really hope that you guys, you know, appreciate how hard it was, and just share love. I don't want to see any hate on here. That's about all I wanted to say. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you're, you know, keen to see the updates. If I get a good enough response, then I guess this is a fertility segment, another segment to my channel. So I do ASMRs, I do mukbangs, I do story times and plant videos, and now I've got a fertility journey, TTC journey segment on this channel. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for everyone who comments and just, you know, is so real with me. I just really appreciate that fan base. And so yeah, thank you so much guys, and I'll see you guys later, Vic gang. Love you.